I was going to actually wait until next month to talk about this stuff. I just do want to highlight Mr. Perkins, a very esteemed elder and a leader in the public arena himself, put a challenge to this board, saying that we need to be as equally as bold as the superintendent's plan. So I want to highlight a couple of things because I will be a civilian in about 60 days, no longer on this board. And I will expect this board, and we have two of the director electeds here in the audience, and I do expect this board to come through very loud and clear on the oversight of this strategic plan. And there are very big decisions that need to be made, and there are very big decisions that we need other people here in this room to make in order to make this plan come alive. So there's a couple of things I want to just highlight. Number one, the last plan that we had developed under the leadership of Dr. Smith, I think is equally an eloquent plan that articulated a clear and an ambitious vision. But the theory of change was lacking. And clearly the superintendent has outlined here on page 9 that the theory of change, where the locus of power begins to improve education for young people, is at the school site. And so what we do is, in terms of empowering school communities to be able to direct the resources that they have in that school site, including who gets to work there and to what extent that professional team is united and very clear about what the vision and the strategy of that school is, fundamental to any organization. If we're not able to do that, folks, we're not going to make the progress. Okay? And that's important. I want this board to own that. We owned it when we first put out our initial proposals a year ago with the Oakland Education Association. I want this board to follow through on that. That is a fundamental working condition for schools to be able to do their job. Everything else that we are doing here, and actually I don't want any more people to come to board meetings. I want people to go to schools, okay? And you make sure that this body and this superintendent and all the other people who are making 6 digits in this district is having those systems operating in service of schools, to support schools. So what we have to do once these committees get developed and the strategies get more, this board needs to establish the superintendent's work plan, aligned to that. It's got to measure and evaluate the superintendent's performance based on that, and just stick with it. I'm sorry, I'm sort of like haranguing you all, but it's, but it's, you know, it's the stuff that we do as a board is not flat. It is like watching grass grow, okay? That's what we do. But in the last 2.5 years, this board has taken several important steps and several important decisions that is completely reflected in this document. This body took the initiative to shift and try to articulate a theory of change that things begin at the school site with the school governance policy, the quality school development policy, the asset management, the results-based budgeting, identifying criteria for who the new superintendent is, and hiring this guy, okay? And all of that, there was a method to the entire madness, okay? But it is like watching grass grow. So Mr. Perkins, I think he left, but I would contend that this board has been incredibly bold in the last couple of years, but you just wouldn't know it because we're a bunch of boring people. So that's my 2 cents. Director Hinton Hodge.